Welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for the Nintendo GameCube. Alright my friends, so in the last episode we took control of some statues, activated some switches and whatever else, but mainly we defeated a Dark Knight and we got the Hero's Bow, which in my opinion is one of the coolest items in the game because of how powerful it is and compared to some of the other items. Also it just takes out these things, so you get rid of boneheads like that. And of course the famous eye switch on the wall we can now activate with the arrows, which is very nice. Alright, so don't worry about that guy. He was placed on the switch, but he will not disappear and make it so that you have to go and get him again. Let's go ahead and jump onto this, because we need the second statue and we still have a third one to get. And like I said in the previous episode, I think the third statue, in my opinion, is probably the hardest one to get, just because of how lengthy it is. Not in terms of actually, actual difficulty, but it's just, in my opinion, the most time-consuming one out of the lot. Now I can hear something moving behind me, like statues. It's those guys over there. They seem pretty harmless at the moment, but when you get closer to them, they do actually come to life. And they are some of the enemies that we're going to be facing throughout this game as well. You'll probably see now, actually. Yep, there you go. But we don't have to fight them, unless you want to, of course. It's quite clever that the game is programmed to let them enemies start attacking you there, because you've just obtained the Hero's Bow, and the way that you defeat them enemies is by shooting them in the eyes and slashing them on the back, which is some kind of weak point, I guess, for them, and that's how you beat them. So it's given us an incentive to use the Hero's Bow already, and we're not even near the boss yet. I mean, we are pretty darn close, though, I have to admit. So it's not that door, it's probably not that door, nope, it's this one over here. I went the long way around, my bad. But let's go ahead and see what's in this one. So, yep, this is very annoying, but not nearly as annoying as these bats that are constantly flying around our heads. If you can take them out, I advise you to, because they just try and mess your day up. They're nearly as bad as the rats. This is going to be a waste of arrows, I can see it now. No, alright, screw that guy, I'm not really fussed. But basically this is a game of weight control, basically. You don't actually have to do this now, but we will do. First of all, we need a key of some kind. Whoa, that was too freaking close, wow. A little bit close for comfort there. But you want to go ahead and activate that eye statue, the eye switch there. There we go, because now that activates that one, and that one will now start moving. What I do advise you to do, though, is get the Deku leaf here, because if you do accidentally fall off, you can make up for it by trying to save yourself with the leaf, which is what I typically do, just in case. But there's a chest over here. Again, not a very difficult puzzle, and this is just for a key that is literally used to unlock the door just outside of this room. Now you can spend a little bit more time in here if you want to get some extra items. I think there might be a chest up there with a treasure chart, but as I previously said, as I'm not going for 100% completion, that doesn't really appeal to me. Jeez, another close call. Okay, same deal with that door over there. I think there might be another Dark Nut or two in there. Again, you don't have to go in there if you don't want to. I was very lucky to escape that bat just then. I saw what he tried to do. Right, so you can see what's going to pretty much happen here. If we put more weight on one, the opposing scale will actually rise. I would say put 3 on there, and then you can just step on the other one and you should hopefully stay in place. Okay, but obviously we have to come back through this way with one of them statues. You can't get through this door without the key. Right, so yeah, like I said, this is probably the, let's say, the most difficult statue out of all of them. How am I going to do this? Let's just see 1 minute. Does that turn off the laser grid? Yes, it does. Alright, okay, that's not too bad. Oh yeah, of course, yep, I know what to do. There's a good reason why I've got the Deku leaf equipped. You actually need it here as well. So another good time to have magic on your side as well. Let's go ahead and cool this guy down, because this guy is actually immune to the laser grid that's behind us. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick him up and throw him through it. because it just kind of speeds up time a little bit because he does move quite slow. And he can go ahead and just step on that switch for us, stay there, and then we can go over to him. But the most difficult part about this is the scales in the next room. But it's not too bad. Okay, and we are done here. So yeah, like I said in one of my previous episodes, this dungeon really does involve a lot of, I would say, moving stuff around. Oh jeez, not this guy. Right, stay down there a minute. Can you take this bat out for me? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to come down there and fight you personally. Unless, of course, that happens. I was waiting for one of you guys to do that, and if it wasn't the bat, I suppose it was going to be you. There we go. Right, I thought the flames were actually going to hurt me and make me fall back down. Right, let's get rid of this douchebag. What we need to do now, as you can probably gather, is outweigh these scales so we can get this this other statue in with the other two that are in the previous room. Can be a little bit tedious, this dungeon at times, just because of how lengthy some of the things are, but it's actually quite creative and inventive, I think, overall. Let's see, I should hopefully be able to jump that now. Yep, and it's staying in place as well, which is... Oh, wait, actually, I don't know. Yep, no, that's fine. And you can just jump across like that. So that is actually the third and final statue done. This will now, of course, go into its resting podium as well, just like the other two. And we can now finally go after the boss of this dungeon. So yeah, not a very big dungeon in my opinion. But to be fair, all of the dungeons in this game aren't really that lengthy, especially if you know what you're doing. But they all activate. There seems to be some kind of rule of three where Zelda games are concerned. I mean, there are 3 Triforce triangles, for example. There are 3 statues here. There were 3 goddess statues. There were 3 pearls. Seems to be some kind of rule of 3 for some reason, but, you know, I'll go with it. In this case, it's better than having 4 statues that I would have had to have got for this room, so I'm a little bit thankful for that. Right, okay, so that brings us into this area now, which, as you can see, there is the boss key, which is very close to the boss door, in my opinion. It's normally found halfway through each dungeon, but not this time round, apparently. Alright, now as you can see, there are actually some of these laser pointing things. I'm not really going anywhere near them because they can mess my day up. And thankfully, once again, if you step on the platform like that, you don't need to worry about keeping something on the switch because they just stay activated. So, a very nice and easy way, actually, to get the boss key in this game. I would have expected where them scales were. That would have been where the boss key might have been, possibly where that cracked section was at the bottom. But as you can see here, we actually have to use the hero's bow in order to get through that door. So the game is definitely giving us an incentive to use this this weapon finally. So I will show that off now. So what you want to do is just smash these things on the back like that, and that might delay me for the second one, but with any luck, hopefully I can just destroy that as well. There we go. And that gets us access to the next area, which should just be a staircase leading up to the boss door. So, again, like with what I said, the boss key and the boss door are very close together, but you get the illusion that it takes a long time to get to the boss door because of this part that we're about to do right now. There are some enemies. This guy in particular is a little bit annoying, I think. Where is he? I hear him flying around, but it's these things that you want to watch out for. Although they do give you items, they do some nasty damage, and these guys are just overall distracting in my opinion. There we go. Please don't drop a golden feather. And he did, and it's gone. Okay, good times. Right. Will you guys drop some arrows for me? Yes, you will. Good. That sets me up nicely for the next dungeon. Oh, boss of the dungeon. I thought dungeon because you are so distracting. Actually, screw you. I don't need to fight you. I'm just going to fight these ones because they're just deliberately in my way. Go away! What about you? Will you make up for the lost cause? Yes, you will. Nice. Okay, good. Another heart. You don't have to face off against these ones if you don't want to, but you can come over here, get yourself some bombs and some arrows to set you up for this this next fight. And there's also a fairy here if you need it, but I already have one in the bottle that I've got. Although this boss isn't actually that difficult, it's nice to have a fairy on you just in case, with any boss actually, just in case the boss kills you somehow or you get caught in a really bad spot. But apparently we have done well to find our way to this place. We are the chosen one, of course, and we have to accept a final challenge, which you may have already guessed is to face off against what seems to be Andros from the Legend from Star Fox, in my opinion. I mean, this is the same kind of battle in a slight way. I always see this guy as Andros. I mean, he is the stereotypical Andros-looking boss from Star Fox games, in my opinion. You've got the hands, which of course you have to fight first. And there's a weak spot on them, as there always is. Now we have to face off against the actual statue head, which isn't too bad. You just get it in the eyes and avoid these fire blasts that are coming our way. The hands will stay deactivated unless you have to get some more arrows, which, believe it or not, the boss actually gives you very generously if you run out. But if he does give you some arrows, one of them hands will actually come back to animation. There we go, there's another one down. I'm trying to keep my arrows together because I don't like to waste them. Oh, shit. Oh, crap, no. I've got 5 arrows. That should be enough to do this a second time, but what you want to watch out for is them fire blasts that can actually knock you into the around area of this fight, which is just outside of there, which I just narrowly escaped. Because it's got an electronic floor. Ah, oh, screw you, man, seriously. One of the hands have now come back. Get the arrows. You can avoid the hand though, because the head carries on going, so you can just go ahead and do your normal thing. There we go. And we actually have to do this one last time because, again, for some reason, rule of 3. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm going to need this guy to drop some more arrows. Okay. Go ahead and avoid these one last time, hopefully. There we go. Can I have some more arrows, please? And he's just like, yep, I got him up my nose. That's like, okay, interesting. Right. Take him down like this, and let's just go ahead and finish this fight. And that is it. Tower of God's boss defeated. Not too bad, but he's going to open up the path for us now. We're going to get another heart container, which is very nice. And let's go ahead and ring the bell on the top of this tower. We are done here, guys. Not a bad place, I have to admit. Not a very bad place at all. I got this entire dungeon done within about half an hour. It will seem like 15 minutes because I'm going to cut this into 2 episodes. But yeah, half an hour for this dungeon isn't actually too bad. But let's go ahead and make sure that we get that trusty heart container there without going into the portal there. It's very close for my liking. So now we have 6 hearts in total. And we can just leave this place now. So there is actually a bell, like I just said, on the top of this tower. And we're now here. We're now at the top of the tower itself. We've gone all the way to the top. Didn't feel like that much of a trip though. Maybe because we were so busy, I guess. Right, let's ring the bell. And see what this does for us. Because it does more than what we expect it would. Yep, it's not some kind of Easter egg that they've thrown into the game. It does actually do something main storyline for us, like opening another portal, which is this thing here. And we're down there and all ready to go into that portal straight away, which is quite nice. We didn't have to go back down through the Tower of the Gods or anything like that. We're just down here. Maybe we jumped. I have no idea. Maybe Link's good at diving. Who knows? But anyway, this next area that we're going to be stepping into is quite a creepy but very exciting place in my opinion. There's a lot of enemies and it's going to be quite a tough place for us to get through, possibly anyway. Because I haven't been getting... wait, we're sinking! We're sinking! What are you doing, King of Red Lions? Yeah, because we haven't been getting any pieces of heart, we are sort of stuck on our basic heart containers, really. But that's alright. It's not going to do much for us now that we're drowning, apparently, but apparently we're not. Apparently that rule doesn't apply here for some reason. So yeah, this is some kind of negative black and white world where everything is still. There doesn't seem to be any life or activity going on in this place at the moment. And it's down to us to change that. Okay. Look at what Ganondorf has done to this place. That guy, man, he's such a douchebag. I don't like this place. This is just plain and creepy. Not a big fan of it like this, I have to admit. Especially with how colourful this game normally is. This is very disturbing, actually. Once you are able to strike down Ganon with the item you obtain in this castle, all will be made clear to you. Okay, so what item might that be? Many Zelda fans will of course know the answer to that question. But yep, here we are. This sounds like a very good place to end this episode in my opinion. I do hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Alright guys, so thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Take care.